Hey, lady loves. All right. So today we are doing 3 tips to stop emotional eating. This is your little go-to guide here. So 3 tips to stop emotional eating, and hint, it has nothing to do with food. So number 1, what we want to do at all times, it's my 3 P's that I teach. We want to plate it, portion it, and put it away. When I said it has nothing to do with the food, yes, I'm going to give you things to do with the food, but eating emotionally does not have to do with the food itself. It has to do with your emotional connection to the food. It has to do with the emotional response that you desire and need in that moment that's actually causing you to feel that automatic pull towards food, where you actually are sitting there like, I'm eating on autopilot, I'm not really sure what's going on, or I'm very aware that I'm eating right now and I'm not hungry, but I don't seem to be stopping, which is very frustrating, right? Especially if your goal is optimal health and weight loss. So 3 tips to end emotional eating. It's tip number 1 are my 3 P's: plate it, portion it, and put it away. Do not eat standing up. Do not eat while off your kids' plates. Really start to notice how often we're just noshing and nibbling in between things. All of that adds up. Just really understand that weight loss, optimal health, weight loss, your body doesn't want any more weight. Your body doesn't want to have to work harder, right? It wants to work efficiently for you. And it's always guiding you to your ideal weight by giving you signals, hey, I'm full right now. So all of your little nibbles in between, I'll take a bite of that, I'll take a bite of this, I'll eat off my kid's plate, I'll have some of my partner's this, oh, I'm cooking and I'll taste this. It all adds up, right? Weight loss is very simple. Eat less, move more. Yet if it was that simple, we would all do it. And coming back to this, 99% of dieters gain the weight back within 1 year. Diets are not set up for your success. They are set up to help you get immediate results. They are not looking at a lasting weight loss solution and longevity for yourself in that process, right? So diets don't work. 1% of people lose the weight and keep it off. 1%. Right? So there is nothing wrong with you. You have not failed in any way. It's the dieting industry was never meant for you to do it for life. That's why there's so many of them. That's why it's $1 billion industry. So we want to come back to this. Plate it, portion it, put it away. Recognize your eating habits and patterns. Standing there eating with the fridge open, standing by the fridge and just sitting there. Just a hint, by the way, if you're standing in front of the fridge and it's open and you don't know what you want, you are not hungry. When we're really hungry, we're like, feed me, I actually feel sick, like I need to sit down. I'm feeling, I really don't have any energy. I need something. You know those signals, right? When we're just standing in front of the fridge, there are emotional reasons. You are bored, you are procrastinating, you're wanting something to do, right? You're needing an emotional response. You're needing some sort of gratification. There is an unmet need within your system that needs to be identified. And I'll take you through that in our next step. Plate it, portion it, put it away. Number 1, we want to actually take a plate, put normal portions on a plate, not pile it up high, right? When I teach this in my programs, I'm like, we're not making it so that your plate is this big. You are plating it, portioning it, putting it away. Our stomach is the size of a fist. It only needs so much food. Food is meant to be fuel, right? So we don't need to expand our stomach the width of 8 baseballs, which is what it will do when we keep feeding it, right? We're actually looking, okay, what do I need if it's fuel, right? So put normal portions on your plate. You can read the portions on the back and serving sizes of the foods that you have, right? Put it on a plate and go and sit down and be undistracted and eat your meal. Plate it, portion it, put it away. That is your meal. We are not bringing chips over to, while we're watching Netflix, or bags of popcorn or a bar of chocolate or a mini pint of like ice cream, right? We're actually sitting, plating it, portioning it, putting away. And that is your meal for that particular part of your day, right? So we really, really want to be in that space. The next thing that I really want to say is we want to move into my next piece, which is really identifying what's going on for you. There are 4 questions. So number 2 in our 3 steps to breaking from emotional eating is 4 questions that I have you ask. So in the moment you're going to reach for food, you want to ask yourself, am I really hungry right now? Question 2, what's going on in my life right now? Question 3, so we want to identify what's really going on around me. What's going on in my life right now? Question 3, is food going to solve my problem? Is food going to hurt me or help me? Right? Like in this moment, I might want this and it will give me a momentary distraction, but do I really want the repercussions of these actions? Do I really want to sit here and then beat myself up or end up eating in an eating frenzy the rest of today, where then tomorrow or tonight, I'm upset with myself for having blown my diet, right? Like all of those things that happen. So question 1, am I really hungry? Question 2, what's going on in my life right now? Question 3, is food going to serve me or hurt me? Question 4, what can I do instead? What can I do instead that's actually going to support me in my life right now? So let's just go through a simple scenario. Am I really hungry? No. Well, what's going on in my life right now? I have a lot of work to do and I have a deadline and I just don't want to do it. I'm stuck inside. I'm like really sick of being quarantined. I'm really sick of all of this. Like I just need a break. Like I don't know, like, right? And you're getting clear. It's like, I just need to get outside. I need to clear my head. I'm needing this. Okay, so is food going to serve you right now or hurt you? You just identified that you have a deadline and you're looking for something you're avoiding doing the work and you're procrastinating. And what you're really needing is to get outside and clear your head, right? So is food really good? Is food going to hurt you or help you? No, it's just going to annoy me because what I really need is to get outside, and then I'll end up sitting there and eating and maybe stopping my work and putting it off even more and then beating myself up. And then all of my energy is going to go to me being annoyed with myself for just eating something that was unhealthy when I wasn't even hungry. And then I will fixate on my weight, and that will distract me even more from what it is that I actually really need in this moment. Okay, so what can I do instead? I can go for a walk. Right? I can go for a walk. I can call a friend. I can connect in. Other scenarios, like what's going on? I'm standing in front of the fridge. Am I really hungry? No. What's going on for me? I'm bored out of my mind. Okay, so what do I need instead? I actually need to go do something. Like I need to go do something that's going to give me direction and help me and have me focus on something that actually makes me feel fulfilled. I'm not feeling fulfilled right now. I'm just bored and I need something. I need entertainment. I need connection, right? So it's like, okay, let's either get on the phone with a friend, let's start a project, or look at something that we've been wanting to do for ourselves, right? Or let's actually just get out and be entertained in some way, whether that's going and working out, whether that's reading a book, whether that's watching something, whether that's listening to a podcast. Like what is something that can actually enhance my life, right? And we make a list of those things, and then we start to notice, because all of these are patterns, and you will notice that it's consistently very similar things, that the boredom, the procrastination is a way in which you've been operating for a long time. What is the third way that we break free from emotional eating, that we really help ourselves to end emotional eating? So again, step 1, right? We plate it, portion it, put it away. Step 2, we ask ourselves our 4 questions, right? And then step 3, we either go to bed or we get out of that environment. So you'll notice that a lot of emotional eating, we are animals by nature, and a lot of routines and very habitual. So if we have a pattern of coming home and putting our feet up and eating and watching Netflix, then every time that we sit on the sofa and turn on Netflix, we're going to want food around us. We're going to associate that time with eating. If we are always come in and beeline it right for the kitchen and start to look through the cabinets and the fridge, it is a habit, is a habitual experience. If we notice that every time that, now working from home, you're getting up and you just kind of circle around the kitchen, right? Or at nighttime, 8:00 is your witching hour, right? Which it is for many women. And you're noticing that, what you really need to do is go to bed, right? What you really need to do is go and do an activity or something different. So one of the things that works really well is just going, okay, I'm just going to call myself on this. Like, I need to remove myself from this environment. This is an environment in which I perpetuate the same behaviors, and it's challenging for me to actually interrupt this pattern of me doing this, because when I'm sitting here, I'm actually really just wanting to eat because it's more entertaining and pleasurable than even watching what I'm watching. So if you're noticing that you're watching TV just so you can consume food at the same time, that's a very clear direction. If you're noticing that you're tired, but you're surpassing that and just staying up, and then wanting and noticing that your quote unquote willpower discipline is going down, and then you end up snacking at night, go to bed. Shift, get out of the environment, go to bed. So the number 3 is go to bed or go for a walk, get out of the house. Right? Because right now there's a lot of energy and pent up energy and a lot of us in one space, and we're needing to mix that up. We're needing to feel variety, right? And the other thing is too, go to bed. Most of the time, if that's showing up for you, then that's been a pattern for you for a long time, and it would be better serve you for your health, for your well-being, for weight loss, to just get into your bed and to not just sit there and play a game with yourself of, where is my willpower at night? Where's my discipline? Where you then beat yourself up because you're sitting there at 10 o'clock at night having a snack when you really know that you were tired at 9 and could have just gone to bed, right? And then we end up getting that second wind. And that's never, no good ever happens. It's just like in a bar, like it's like nothing good's ever happening after midnight. It's like, just leave. Or even 10 o'clock, just leave, go to bed, leave your house, right? So step 1, we want to plate it, portion it, put it away. Step 2, we want to ask ourselves the 4 questions. Am I really hungry right now? What's going on in my life right now? Is food going to serve me or hurt me? What can I do instead? Step 3, we either want to get out of the house or we want to go to bed. Get out of the house, leave the environment, or go to bed. Mix it up. But don't sit there and tell yourself that you should have been better, right? Or done this differently when you've been in one habit of behavior for a long period of time, right? And for years on end, where this has been something that you've done. So you want to notice that, have compassion for yourself, and pull yourself out. So I hope that these helped you, and let me know any questions that you have in the comments below. I'm here for you, and I'm Melissa Kathryn, and I love being with you here today. I will see you tomorrow for our next tip to help you during this time and to be in continued support with you thriving in life in a body that you love. And it's all about making it easy, and I'm all about no diets and effortless weight loss. So stay tuned. Much love, ladies.